Hello. It's the end of the month, so that means it is time for the clean slate reading vlog. So basically, we are just gonna spend the next week trying to finish my TBR for the month and any other reading goals I haven't completed, which I don't know. I'm really not like trying that hard with my reading goals anymore. So basically, we're just going to try to finish my TBR for the month and any books that I'm currently reading so we can go into the new month with like a clean slate. I try to do these every month and they are one of my favorite vlogs to film. So basically right now I have, I think, 4 books left on my TBR for June and I'm in the middle of 3 of them, which is fantastic. So we have Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't even know if you can tell, I'm like 3 chapters in, so like really not far at all, but I am loving it. I am having the best time ever and I'm like taking my time. I know this is gonna be like the best book in the world, so yeah, I'm not trying to rush it. I'm 54% into the 5th Dungeon Crawler Carl book, which is The Butcher's Masquerade. Another one of my all-time favorite things and easily one of the best sci-fi series I have read in recent times. This is like my favorite thing in the world. I'm trying to limit myself to 1 book a month and I love it so much. It's so. And then I'm about 30% into The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. Really enjoying this one. I am a very big Joe Abercrombie fan, so his stuff tends to really work for me. I know it's a little hit or miss for a lot of people, but thankfully I am somebody who it really works for. And then the only other book I think that's on my TBR is Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. So I think that's where we are right now. We just have those few books to read. And of course I do have other things. I have lots of library books, lots checked out on Libby and KU, and there's so many things I could read, but we're gonna try to keep it a little realistic this week and really just aim to read those 4 / anything else that also comes into our life, but those 4 are going to be the main focus. So welcome to the reading vlog. I am gonna go cuddle up on the couch and read, and / I'm also watching the Vampire Diaries right now. I took a little break and I am back into it, so I'm kind of just gonna do that tonight, read that and probably a little bit of this. So let's go. It's once again like so hot, but I have a tiramisu iced latte, which like way too much. This is definitely like the cold foam part of it is all dairy, so I'm gonna have a rough night, but I just did not care. I was like out at the library and on my way home I just needed something and this called to me. But we have a big haul of library books and honestly I'm getting way too many. Okay, I was just on the phone with my husband and I have no idea what I was saying, but I have a big library haul. Really like not buying books this year as much as possible, so really heavily relying on the library, and we have a huge stack this week. I've also been really like, I'm trying to revamp my Bookstagram, which I never post on. So I've been coming up with a bunch of series that I'm going to be posting on there and starting to acquire books through these, and I'll tell you a bit more about them, but they're going to be like, I might talk about the books in vlogs as I read them, but the primary focus for reviewing these is going to be on Bookstagram, just because, you know, I need stuff to do on there. I'm really letting it die and I'm so bad of like, I'll post like every few months, I'll post like 2 weeks, I'll post regularly, and then I just like peace out and don't post anything. So I'm trying to create series that, you know, I can actually regularly post things about. But let's look into this book haul I have right now. I think I have 10 books, which felt so excessive, and a lot of these are outside my normal genres, which is also kind of why I am purposely going for them. But let's just look. So My Year of Rest and Relaxation, I've read this before. That was I think I just moved to Ottawa, so it's probably 8-9 years ago. Yeah, want to reread it. It's just basically a woman who's dealing with intense depression and decides that she basically wants to spend a year heavily medicated to avoid it. So I'm going to reread that. Parasol Against the Axe. This is by Helen Oyeyemi. I'm really sorry about names. This sounded very interesting. This is The Czech capital is a living thing, one that can let you in, but one that can let you in or spit you out. For reasons of her own, Hero accepts an invitation she was happy to decline and finds herself in Prague on a bachelorette weekend, hosted by her estranged friend. Little does she know she's arrived in a city with a penchant for playing tricks on the unsuspecting. A book Hero has brought with her seems to be warping her mind. The text chain changes depending on when it's being read and who's doing the reading, revealing startling new stories of fictional bloggers past and present. Uninvited companions appear at bachelorette activities and at city landmarks, offering opinions, humor, and even a taste of treachery. When a third woman from Hero and Sophie's past appears unexpectedly, the tensions between the friends and different accounts of the past reach a new level. It says it's an adventurous, kaleidoscopic novel, so sounds weird. I was down. You Like It Darker by Stephen King. This is his most recent short story collection. I haven't read any of his short stories in quite some time, so I'm really excited. I've been really, wasn't expecting to, but I've been really enjoying his newer books lately, and I've been really getting back into the Stephen King vibe. I don't know, I was a huge fan when I was younger, and I took a lot of years not reading from him. Really back in it now. Kind of want to work my way through all of his works, which I'd started to do when I was a teenager, and enough time's passed, why not go into it again. Empire of Pain, The Secret History of the Sackler Dynasty. This is nonfiction, and it is a grand devastating portrait of 3 generations of the Sackler family, famed for their philanthropy, whose fortune was built by Valium, and whose reputation was destroyed by Oxycontin. Really excited. This actually sounds super interesting. I love these kind of books. I'm assuming it's going to bring a bit of sciencey stuff into it, and I'm just really excited, especially knowing how much the drug epidemic has destroyed so many people. Really interested to see what this book is like. Shuggy Bane, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. So his name is, we're following a young boy. His name's Hugh, goes by Shuggy, and I've already started to read this one, and I've been reading it on my iPad, but wanted a copy entirely just for pictures for our Bookstagram. But it's basically the story of a young boy and his very tumultuous family history. So he lives with an alcoholic mother, father who stepped out on them, and he is a young boy who doesn't really fit in with any of the people around him, and we're just kind of following his story. Really hard read so far, but really enjoying it. The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. This is, I believe there's 2 twin sisters. Okay, so one is white passing, one is very clearly black, and we're following, I think, their divergence of life, of how the white passing woman's life differs, and I believe she goes on to very much try to pretend that she's a white woman. So I've heard this one's really good. The Shadow of the Wind. This is on my 25 books to read in 2025, and I figured I should get to it because I think it's one of the bigger ones. I think, yeah, it's almost 500 pages. This takes place in Barcelona, 1945. A city slowly heals from its war wounds, and Daniel, an antiquarian book dealer's son who mourns the loss of his mother, finds solace in a mysterious book entitled The Shadow of the Wind. But when he sets out to find the author's other works, he makes a shocking discovery. Someone has been systematically destroying every copy of every book Carrick's has written. In fact, Daniel may have the last of Carrick's books in existence. Soon, Daniel's seemingly innocent quest opens a door into one of Barcelona's darkest secrets, an epic story of murder, madness, and doomed love. Really can't wait to get to this one, and I need to make more of a priority to focus on my 25 and 2025 books. This is Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead. Yeah. In a remote Polish village, Janina devotes the dark winter days to studying astrology, translating the poetry of William Blake, and taking care of summer homes of wealthy Warsaw residents. Her reputation as a crank and a recluse is only amplified by her not-so-secret preference for the company of animals over humans. Then a neighbor, Bigfoot, turns up dead. Soon other bodies are discovered, and in increasingly strange circumstances. As suspicions mount, Janina inserts herself into the investigation, certain that she knows who done it, if only anyone could pay her mind. A deeply satisfying thriller / fairy tale, it's a provocative exploration of the murky borderland between sanity and madness, justice and tradition, autonomy and fate. Who do we deem sane, it asks? Who is worthy of a voice? Sounds good. Of Women in Salt. In present-day Miami, Jeanette is battling addiction. Daughter of Carmen, a Cuban immigrant. She is determined to learn more about her family history from her reticent mother and makes the snap decision to take in the daughter of a neighbor detained by ICE. Carmen, still wrestling with the trauma of displacement, must process her difficult relationship with her own mother while trying to raise a wayward Jeanette. Steadfast in her quest for understanding, Jeanette travels to Cuba to see grandmother and reckon with spirits of the past destined to erupt. Oh my god, and final one, Violetta by Isabella Allende. And what is this? The sweeping bestseller tells the epic story of Violetta del Valle, a woman whose life spans 100 years and bears witness to the bravest upheavals of the 20th century. I've wanted to read some works by her for a while now. I've heard really good things, so might as well pick it. And yeah, that's my crazy ridiculously big haul of library books. So some of it I'm trying to read just a lot more things outside my typical genres for the next little bit. I have a few series that I'm going to be kind of continuing on Bookstagram, like I mentioned, and a lot of these will fall within it. So we're gonna see how it goes, see if I can keep up with those. And yeah, I'm just hoping just to try some different things, I guess. And let's quickly talk about what I have actually been reading, which is not a lot. So like I mentioned, I did start on Shuggy Bane, and I think I'm 40% into that one. It's really good. It's really good. It's not my typical type of book by any means. Very hard to read too. Like, it's a very emotional family drama, and those are not my typical things. But yeah, I can tell it's gonna be very, I mean, it's already hard hitting. It's gonna continue to be, I can tell. And then I've gotten halfway through into Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford, which very different vibe. This one is a second chance romance. We're following Rio. So this entire series is this is the 5th book in a series of basically like what, and sports people. It's not sports people who play on sports teams. Athletes, that's the word. Athletes within Chicago. And we're following a bunch of people on different teams. And in this one, we're following, he's been kind of like a side character / friend to all of the characters for so long now. And he's finally getting his own book, where in this one, it is a second chance romance with his, I guess, high school sweetheart. They broke up because of some huge family drama, and now years later they are getting the chance to reunite because he accidentally ends up hiring her as the interior designer for his house. I don't know, this one's not doing it for me, and I'm really disappointed because the majority of the Liz Tomford books that I've read have been either 4 or 5 stars, so having one that is not working is very disappointing. Like, I really thought that we'd come into this one with another potential 5 stars, but I'm not getting, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I like Rio as a side character. I don't know if I like him as like a main character of a book, but I'm really not connecting with these characters and their relationship, unfortunately. And it's just like, it's not working for me, and really wish it was, but I'm not invested at all. So I am gonna try to finish that one today though. But yeah, I'm not into it. I'm just getting ready to head out to my friend's birthday dinner. And before I did, aka while I'm still waiting for my Uber, I thought I'd just like quickly update on the very little reading updates I have. Like the last 2 days, I feel like I have not read anything. Like, I am not in it at all. Maybe I'm really hoping that this weekend that will change. I have like a bunch of videos that I'm trying to film this weekend, aka I'm just trying to incredibly ahead of my content because I find otherwise I'm just kind of a mess. I feel like I'm just like floating, having no idea what I'm doing. So I'm trying to film like a video or 2 a day and just have a bunch of things prepped, because, you know, that's the only way it's gonna happen. I've also been doing a ton of Instagram content, which I am very happy with. I finally feel like I am getting on top of my Bookstagram account, and yeah, I have like the next 3 weeks of posts scheduled out, which feels fantastic. Just need to keep that up. But also, it's Friday right now, and I am looking at a very long weekend. So Tuesday's Canada Day, so I have that off work, and then took Monday as well to have an extra long weekend / Monday is also my husband's birthday, so 4 days off now, and I could not be more excited about it. Like, I need this mental break so much, and I have just been like, honestly, a bit of a mess the last little bit. Like, I am tired, I am stressed, I am a little burnt out by work, so having a few days off is gonna be amazing. I'm still gonna be like productive because I know myself. I cannot just sit and relax, and even when I'm reading, I have to feel like I'm doing a productive reading. Like, I have to feel like I'm reading towards a list, and that's why I like to do like different projects, because it is like the only way that I feel good about it. Is otherwise I'm like, I'm just wasting time. But if I'm reading it towards a project, you know it works. Yeah, that's something I need to work on. But anyways, yeah, we're going into a very long weekend, and I could not be more excited. Kicking it off with a friend's birthday dinner, perfect way, and we're going to an Italian restaurant. I cannot wait. I already looked at the menu. I am excited. I think I want either gnocchi or ravioli. Good things. But we do have some reading updates. So I am 72% into The Butcher's Masquerade now. Really having a great time. I am not rushing myself. I am purposely trying to take time in this one, and that is a challenge. I am not somebody who is good at that, but we are going to enjoy this one. We are going to enjoy it as much as possible, and, you know, read a few small sections here and there, and read like 10% a day or something, and really just continuously stay in this world, because again, like I've said in so many videos, I don't want to be caught up in this series. I need to read the books, but I don't want to be caught up, because then I'm gonna have to wait for more. So reading a little bit a day is really helping me stay in here longer. But yeah, having a great time. It's gonna be wonderful. And I did finish my other book, Shuggy Bane. I'm still not sure how to pronounce this, but this was good. This was very, very good. I'm giving this 4 stars. It was very emotionally impactful and very rough. We're basically following this kid's life as, I think I talked about it in a previous clip, but basically his father really slept around, then stepped out on them. His mother was a very intense alcoholic, and they lived basically on the poverty line for most of his life. And we're following just him really, really having a hard life with this, and also the fact that he does not fit in with any of the kids around him, and just kind of following his life, his childhood through this, basically coming to the point where when he's 15, he ends up leaving home and moving out by himself and trying to put himself through school while also paying rent, and just a really, really rough life. It was really good. It was really, really good. Really heartfelt, really emotional. Definitely not an easy read though. Oh, and also I should say, I've listened to like another 2 hours of The Devil's audiobook. I've been listening to it quite a bit today, like as I'm getting ready, as I'm doing different things around the house. And like every time I read it, I get really invested in it. But then the second I put it down, I'm kind of like forget that it's something I enjoyed and I don't want to pick it back up. So that's kind of my issue, is like I feel like I need to like continuously be listening to it, because otherwise, like right now I was literally just listening to it, so it's still in my head. But I feel like tomorrow I'm going to be like, do I want to read this? And as much as I love Joe Abercrombie, I'm definitely noticing that one thing that a lot of people complained about is that the humor is very like bro humor / like fart jokes, dick jokes, things like that. And I'm definitely noticing it. Like I do feel like for lack of a better word, it's a very crude humor. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I think like it depends on the author. It depends how it's executed. There are certain authors who, when they try to write humorous books, we can say some authors, when they try to write like in a more humorous style, really, really do not work for me. Like I'm thinking Brandon Sanderson. I do not like his funny books. I don't find them like remotely entertaining. But yeah, like I don't mind it. It's just something that I'm really taking note of in this one, is just the constant like body humor jokes. And yeah, it's just something I'm noticing. Not bad, but just it's there. Okay, I need to feed my dog. I need to get ready or finish getting ready, and I need to head out. It is about time. So I'll check in later. Very, very close to done this, and I'm scared. I have to say, I keep like getting to emotional moments and having to put it down, and I know it's gonna get worse. We are very close to the end of the games right now, and I know that things are about to get devastating. Like I have just a bit of knowledge on what happens after Haymitch's games, and I'm not ready. Yeah, just I really don't know what to say aside from like this hurt. This is hurting a lot. I am very, very emotionally connected to a lot of the characters, and it's not going well. It is really, really not going well. Also, I want to take this sticker off. This is bothering me. That was shockingly easy. Yeah, there's just so many characters who are incredible in this one, and so many that I am so invested in their stories. So many that just have like really messed up things happening to them from very, very early on, and really like insane that Haymitch is witnessing this, and just all the things that he has been so quickly exposed to, because there's some of it kind of feels like they're really doing like almost fan service of trying to give us this like huge explanation of things that have been going on, and really like diving into all these secrets of the world that like were kind of hinted at in Katniss's book. But at the same time, like I think it's just based on who Haymitch is as a character, it's really realistic that he would get involved in so many of these things so quickly. And I don't want to say too much, because again, like I know this hasn't been out crazy long, and it is definitely one that I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm just gonna say it hurts, and I'm really, really into all of these characters like so much. And there's been some revelations that I'm not okay with. I'm really, really not okay with Suzanne for doing some of these, and like some of the pain she is putting us through is not okay. So yeah, I need to finish this off tonight. I really, really do. I like absolutely have no excuse. I need to do it, but I am struggling to bring myself to do it, if we're being honest, because I know like I'm gonna cry. I'm absolutely gonna cry, and yeah, I just don't know how ready I am right now for that. So I need to finish this before the month is out, but at the same time I'm like I kind of want to avoid it. I want to pretend I don't know what's going on. I want to pretend the ending is not coming. Yeah, so we're doing wonderful here. But on like a much, much better note, I did finish The Butcher's Masquerade, and yeah, 5 stars, 5 stars. I can't remember too much of what I was saying before about it, but I just genuinely love this series. I really like go into everyone and just am amazed at some of the things that come up. And we are delving so much more into these characters and into the things that are happening to them. And it's just so good. Like we are really, really like, especially Donut. I would say Donut in particular, she is truly becoming such an incredible character and really starting to like gain agency in herself and be able to make more decisions. And it is so exciting to see. I think she's quickly becoming like my favorite character and everything. Like, I mean, I'm always going to be drawn to the cat characters, but of course, Donut is like the best one who exists in the world. So yeah, I'm having the best time ever with this series. I am going to be doing book 6 next month, and I also like I went on such a rant about this to my husband, and I'm really, really hoping he picks it up soon. I've like ridiculously like sending him everything I see on TikTok and just talking about it nonstop to him. And I'm really, really trying to get him into this world. But he's also someone who reads like 3 books a year. So it's not expected that he's actually going to pick this up anytime soon because he is working through like all of the Sanderson works right now. So I'm going to leave him to focus on that. But I'm like, please, 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 I need to talk to this with more people. Like none of my friends are reading this. I don't think any of my friends will read it. And I just like I need to talk about this with more people because it is becoming like my biggest obsession in the world. So there we are for the evening. It's like 5 p.m. now. I guess I really, really should finish Sunrise on the Reaping tonight. And then what else do I have? I have to finish The Devils. I could do a little bit of listening to that tonight, but then I think maybe I should make that like my priority focus for tomorrow is to like really, I don't know, maybe like do stuff around the house and listen to it. Because I do find I need to like be listening to something. While I'm listening to something, I need to be doing something else. I can't just like sit there and listen. I need to be like actively doing something so that I don't fall asleep. So maybe that'll be my plan. We'll see. We'll see how tonight goes. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to be able to come back and talk about this one. I sobbed so much. And oof, this was painful. Amazing. Suzanne Collins has once again like truly, truly done magic in this book. But ooh, I am hurt. And yeah, I will not say too much about it because yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but ouch, my heart hurts. And we're done. uh so that was kind of my main thing. I finished that last night and then I have not been able to do much today, to be very honest. I'm tired, I am a mess. And I'm having one of those days where like literally all I want to do is just sleep. So I did that. I did that to myself. I did that for myself. I let myself just rest and not do a crazy amount. But we're coming in now and I would like to really try and finish off The Devils. I listened, I think overall I'm down to about 3 hours left of the audiobook right now. And I'm really deeply enjoying it. I think that this is like a really, really fun adventure kind of book because we're following this group of really anti-heroes. They're all terrible, terrible people who are, I don't know if they're, a lot of them are criminals or monsters who have been arrested by the church and now have this magical binding on them that forces them to do missions for the Pope, basically. And the mission that they're doing in this one is escorting a long lost princess to her throne. And it's one of those that is expected to be a trip that is full of dangers because there's several other people vying for power, and it's expected that they're going to try and fight her along the way, which is what's happening. And she has several cousins who are also potentially able to gain power. They're all trying to kill her, and there's just these monstrous people who are stopping it. Really, really enjoying it. I think I've definitely gotten significantly more into it in the last like 15-20%. Before, it just kind of like I was having trouble distinguishing the characters, and now I think that I'm actually like a decent way through. I really understand who each of them is. I understand more of their personality, more of their characteristics, and I have a better sense of like who all the players are in this, and I am definitely enjoying it. So that's kind of what I want to aim to do tonight, is just finish that off. I have some editing to do, so when I do like the first round of edits, it's literally just like cutting out pauses and just like my ums and everything out of videos. So I don't actually maybe listening to the video I did. I can just listen to this audiobook. I think I'll do that. Maybe, I mean, I probably should clean that. Slash, also if I'm doing, I would like to take some more pictures for Instagram. I can just listen to an audiobook with that. And I just have stuff like that where I'm like, might as well just kind of make those my focus for tonight. And even just like do Sudokus or work on my reading journal, which has not been touched in a moment. But I can just do things like that tonight too. And I think that will definitely be my focus. Because yeah, I really would like to finish this off. And it's the last book that I have on the TBR for the month. So, you know, it'd be really, really nice if we could finish this off and then I can go into next month with like no rollover. I would love that. It would be the first time in months that I have somehow managed to actually read my entire TBR. And I've started putting together what I want to read next month. And it's going to be a great month because there's some that I'm really, really excited about, but also going to be so many books that like, they're going to be heavy because I'm wanting to do, by heavy, I mean just because I'm wanting to do the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book, which is 800 pages. Then the next Malazan book that I was on, which I think is like another 500-600. And those ones take a lot to get through. Plus another Robin Hood book. So, and again, another Expanse. So it's going to be like a book of a month of really big chunky books, which I'm excited for, but also like, you know, a little scared. Okay, I did not update last night as I finished off, but I finished The Devils, and that's why I just really quickly want to come in the next morning right before I leave to work. And I finished The Devils. I pushed myself and I made sure this got done. And I really enjoyed this. I really, at first, was a bit nervous about it, if we're being honest. And I'm really, really happy to say that it turned around, and I got very invested in this. And I'm just very happily surprised with how it went, I guess. It was just like a very, very fun adventure story. And I really, really enjoyed seeing all of these characters in the different like journeys that they went on, slash learning more about all of them. And it was just overall very fantastic for me. Not a 5-star, unfortunately, but it is a 4-star. And it's a little different. It's interesting because I think to date, everything I've given, no, I was going to say, I thought that I'd given Joe Abercrombie all 5 stars, but no, his interconnected books, like all of the standalones in the First Law world, I did not like. I only liked the main books within like the 2 main trilogies in the First Law world. I give all of those 5 stars, but I hated all of the interconnected books. So it's interesting. It's like Joe Abercrombie is a very decisive author, or not decisive, very divisive author for me. He is somebody who seems like I either really, really love or really, really hate his works. And it's interesting. So this one kind of falls outside of that of like, I liked it a lot, but I will not say I loved it, but it was good. It was good. And it's one that I think I'm more excited now to see where this world goes and to spend more time with these characters, because I think that is what will ultimately make me like this so much more, is having just a better sense of who these characters are and just following potential other missions, adventures with them. Because the main group, the Devils, they're a group of criminals who are like bound by the Pope to do these missions for the church, and they're bound by magic, so they have like no choice in the matter. But it's interesting. It's really, really interesting, and just seeing all of them on these adventures, it was very, very fun. So yeah, this was great. And with that, we've actually finished off my TBR for the month. Did not expect to do it. I'm very, very happy. So we're gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, would love if you'd consider subscribing, and I'll see you in something very, very soon. Bye.